My beloved child, draw near to me in the quietness of your heart, for there are words I do not speak to make you afraid, but to bring you back to the faith that weariness once covered. You have passed through long nights where prayers seemed to fall into silence, where you wondered whether I still heard you, whether the breakthrough you were waiting for still belonged within my goodwill. I saw you when you hid your worries behind a normal appearance. I heard you when you whispered in an empty room. I knew every financial burden, every silent pressure, every fear about tomorrow, every time you tried to keep your heart from despair. You thought those prayers had vanished. But in my sight, nothing sincere is ever forgotten. I do not come to you with a threat that blessing will leave if you do not hurry. I do not place my love inside a countdown, nor do I turn mercy into a fragile door that opens for only a moment and then closes before you. I am your Father, patient, compassionate, and faithful. What I prepare is not based on your panic, but on my unchanging love. But today, I want to awaken within you a holy watchfulness. Do not let fear, doubt, distraction, and old wounds keep you from recognizing my hand quietly opening the way. There are doors I open without noise. They do not always appear as a great event that astonishes everyone. Sometimes they come as a clear idea after many days of confusion, as a small but timely opportunity, as a person sent to support you, as a strange peace in the middle of circumstances that have not yet changed, as new strength that helps you not give up for one more day. You often wait for miracles in a radiant form, but I often begin with a seed. If you despise the seed because it is small, you may fail to recognize the harvest being placed in your hands. So learn to look carefully at ordinary things, because within the ordinary, I still sow the beginning of the extraordinary. Remember Peter on the night when he and his companions had fished all night and caught nothing. The nets were empty, their bodies exhausted, and hope seemed to have drained away with the darkness. But when I told him to launch out into the deep and let down the nets once more, he stood before a choice: listen to the experience of his disappointment, or listen to my word even when the circumstances promised nothing. And when he obeyed, the catch was so full that the nets began to break. The boats began to sink, and those beside him were also called in to share in what had been given. Do you see, my child? My fullness does not always come before obedience. Many times, it comes when you dare to take one more step in faith. Dare to do again what is right, even though yesterday left you weary. Dare to let down the net where I direct you, even when your mind does not yet fully understand. In the same way, my child, do not let old failures teach you to close your heart to a new invitation. Do not let seasons of lack make you believe your life can only revolve around worry. Do not let what others have said about you become the limit of what I can do. I do not see you through your balance, your debt, your missed opportunities, or the times you had to begin again. I see you as a beloved child, guided, shaped, and prepared for a life wider than fear. The breakthrough I give is not only the addition of something into your hands, it is also the loosening of chains in the way you think, the way you wait, the way you receive, and the way you steward. Perhaps you have prayed for financial deliverance, But I want you to understand that deliverance is not only found in having more, it is also found in no longer being ruled by money through anxiety. It is found in learning to work with faithfulness, spend with wisdom, live with contentment without extinguishing hope, give generously without display, and ask without despair. I can open unexpected provision, but I also want to open within you a clear mind, so that when blessing comes, you do not lose peace. I can bring you out of the narrow place, but I also want to bring the narrow place out of your heart. So you no longer live as someone always afraid of being left behind. Let me touch the places you once called impossible. I am the one who opened a way through the deep sea, but I am also the one who knows how to open a small path in the heart of someone whose faith has run dry. I am the one who can break chains, but I also patiently untie every knot in your memory. I am the one who can make what seemed dead live again, but I also restore the dreams you buried because you feared being disappointed once more. Do not limit me to what you can imagine. My power does not begin where you can control everything. My power often reveals itself where you humbly say, "Father, I cannot do this alone. Please lead me." My beloved child, my protection is covering you in ways you do not always recognize. There are things I do not allow to happen because they would draw you away from the good path. There are invitations I let pass by because they appear bright but carry no peace. There are people I separate from you because they cannot walk with you in the new season. There are delays I allow because something ahead still needs to be prepared. When you look with natural eyes, you may call it loss, but as time passes, you will understand that there are times when I close a door not to punish you, but to preserve you from what you cannot yet see. So do not live as though my grace must be seized in haste. Live as one who knows they are loved, but also remain watchful as one who knows their heart must be guarded. Do not ignore my gentle reminders. Do not take peace lightly. Do not let doubt speak louder than the promise. Do not let distraction cause you to forget to care for the small things I have entrusted to you. If you want to step into greater spaciousness, to begin with faithfulness today, do what is right. Speak what is true. Correct what is wrong. Release what is draining you. Seek wisdom and place every plan under my light. I have waited for your heart to open, not because I lack the power to act, but because I want you to walk with me in love. I do not want to bless you in a way that draws you farther away from me. I want everything you receive to bring you closer to me, to make you more humble, more generous, more peaceful, and purer. When you recognize that I am the source, you will not turn the blessing into an idol. When you understand that I am the one who gives and also teaches you to steward, you will not waste what I entrust to you. When you know that every good thing comes to serve love, you will become a stream for others, not a stagnant pond keeping everything for yourself. Today, open your hands, but first, open your heart. Let me heal the doubt that grew out of delayed seasons. Let me soften the places you closed because of disappointment. Let me teach you to believe without haste, to hope without illusion, to wait without bitterness, and to receive without pride. What I am doing in your life may begin very small, but do not despise it. One seed at the right time, placed in obedient hands, can become tomorrow's garden. One step of trust today can open an entire road you never imagined. My child, be at peace. No gate that belongs to my goodwill can be closed by your weakness when you know how to return. No enemy can steal from my hand what I have preserved for you. No impossible circumstance confuses me. What I need from you is a tender heart that knows how to listen, how to walk in wisdom, and how to place its trust in me more than in the haste of life. Rise from fear. Shake the dust from the hopes that have been buried. Step into the new day as one who is guided, cared for, and called into a more spacious life. I am with you in every step, and at the right time. You will see that what I quietly prepared far exceeded what you once dared to ask for. The miracle you once wept and prayed for. The breakthrough you grew so weary, waiting for that you almost let go, is much closer to you than what your eyes can see. My beloved child, there are prayers that seem to dissolve into silence, sobs that seemed unheard, nights when you sat in the darkness of waiting and wondered whether I still remembered your name. But I speak to you today. I have heard. I have seen. I have preserved everything you offered up in faith. Not one sincere prayer of yours has been lost before me. Not one tear has fallen without being touched by my love. What you thought was far away is in truth being drawn near. What you thought was lost is in truth being kept by me for the right time. What you thought had died is in truth lying in my quiet preparation. You have often thought you no longer had the strength to keep believing. There were moments when you looked at your circumstances and saw every door closed. There were moments when you told yourself that perhaps you had to accept living below the promise, living with less than what I once placed in your heart, living with delay as though it were destiny. But my child, delay is not denial. Silence is not abandonment. The span of time in which you do not see my hand moving does not mean I have stopped working. I have been building foundations in secret. I have been correcting what needed to be corrected. I have been preparing paths your eyes have never seen. And while you thought you were being held back, I was protecting you from things that would have come too early but carried no peace. I do not only come to answer you according to exactly what you asked, I come to do beyond the limits of your imagination, in a way that makes you recognize that my power is not bound by your understanding. You asked for a path, I can open an entire land. You asked for help, I can raise up a system of support around you. You asked for one door, I can give you keys to enter rooms where you never thought your name would be called. You asked for relief, but I want to give you restoration. You asked for enough to get through, but I want to teach you to live in the abundance of faith, peace, and care that comes from me. Open your heart, not with greed, but with the trust of a child who knows their father is good. I am lifting the veil that once blurred your vision. There are things you did not understand before that I will gradually make clear. There are stretches of road you thought were only full of loss, and you will see that I use them to bring you closer to purpose. There are people who left you and caused you pain, but you will understand that I was making room for what is healthier, purer, and more peaceful. There are delayed opportunities that disappointed you, but you will realize that I did not allow you to enter what had not yet been fully prepared. I have not closed the curtain on your story. I am writing new chapters with wisdom deeper than what you could see at the time. You thought I was silent, but I was building. You thought I had forgotten you, but I was arranging. You thought your prayers had fallen to the ground, but I gathered them in love. I remember the words you spoke in exhaustion. I remember when you whispered that if I did not come in time, you did not know how you would continue to stand. I remember even the times when you had no words left to pray and could only sit still with tired eyes and a heavy heart. Even when you could not speak, I understood. Even when you did not know how to ask, I was near. I never left you in the days when you felt most alone. And I will not leave you in the season into which I am now leading you. What you are hearing today is a reminder that your story is still being written, not by the hand of disappointment, not by the voice of fear, not by the judgment of those who have only seen one part of your life, but by my hand. I am the one who knows the beginning and the end. I know the chapters you wish you could erase because they hurt too much. I know the pages you do not dare read again because they remind you of the times you were wounded, lacking, and left waiting for too long. But my beloved child, I can use even those pages to reveal the glory of restoration. I can turn tears into testimony. I can turn the place where you once collapsed into the place where you rise with new light in your heart. The financial storm that once frightened you has no right to define your future. The dry season that made you count everything you had left is not where you will remain forever. I am opening what was once locked. I am causing blocked streams to flow again. I am making the right provision find its way to you in my timing. Things delayed are not therefore denied. Things that seemed withheld are not therefore lost. There are blessings I have kept for you so they would not fall into the wrong timing, the wrong purpose, or the wrong environment. There are opportunities I held back for a time so that when they come, you will have enough maturity, wisdom, and peace to enter without being swept away. I will restore to you in a way that not only touches outward needs, but also heals the inner marks left by lack. I know that lack does not only empty your wallet, it can also make your heart fearful, make you doubt your own worth, make you hesitant to dream, hesitant to open your heart, hesitant to believe that good things can come to you. But I am breaking that way of seeing. You are not someone living under the curse of scarcity. You are not someone who only receives what is left over. You are not someone left outside when the table of grace is prepared. I call you my child, and in my house there is care, guidance, provision, peace, and a season of restoration in the right time. What others once said was lost, I can still preserve for you in my way. What was stolen by injustice, by delay, by doors that closed at the wrong time, I can repay through higher paths. I do not need to repeat the past in order to heal the past. I can give you something new, purer, more stable, and more fitting for the person I am causing you to become. Your inheritance is not only material things you hold in your hands. Your inheritance is also peace no longer ruled by debt, freedom no longer controlled by fear, wisdom to steward what I entrust to you, and a grateful heart that enters abundance while still remaining humble before me. Therefore, stand firm at the edge of this new season with an open heart and eyes that know how to see by faith. Do not let the memory of dry months make you doubt the rain that is coming. Do not let old disappointments close your heart to a new answer. Do not let those who do not understand your journey speak on behalf of your future. I am calling you out of the posture of lack, out of weary waiting, out of the voice that says, "You have been forgotten." I am leading you into an inheritance prepared by love, preserved by power, and given at the right time by my merciful hand. Receive it with trust, my beloved child, because what I am doing is not random. It is a sign that I still love you, still hear you, still remember you, and am still writing your story in glory. The adversary tried to distract you and exhaust you right before you reached the turning point I had prepared. But he has not prevailed, because I have built around your destiny a hedge of protection by my power and my love. My child, there are battles you have seen, but there are also battles I quietly stopped before they could touch you. There are things that would have caused you to fall, but I held them back. There were doors that would have pulled you into harm, but I closed them. There were words, schemes, delays, and pressures that wanted to discourage you, but I still kept my hand upon you. You are still here not because you have always been strong, nor because you have never grown weary, but because I still have a good plan for you, and what I have appointed for you cannot be erased by darkness. My beloved child, even in the days when you did not recognize that I was acting, I was still fighting for you. When you thought you were only trying to survive one more day, I went before you to clear away things you did not have the strength to face. When you were too weary to know how to pray, I still heard your sigh as a cry. When you did not have enough words to describe the heaviness in your heart, my mercy still covered you. My messengers were sent to preserve you in places where you did not even know danger existed. I did not allow you to be swallowed by what you could not see, because you belong to me, and what belongs to me is always watched over by my care that never sleeps. So do not let weariness make you think you have failed. Sometimes you feel exhausted, not because you are losing, but because you are very near a great transition. The adversary wants you to give up right before dawn, wants you to lose focus right before the promise begins to open, wants you to believe these heavy days are proof that I am silent. But I tell you that my silence is not my absence. Many times, I work most deeply in seasons when you see the least. I am rearranging what has been tangled, breaking invisible pressures, and untying the knots that have hindered your steps through many seasons. I am not asking you to exhaust yourself in order to prove your faith. I do not require you to carry everything alone, as though the final outcome rested in your hands. What I invite you to do now is trust. Trust when you cannot yet see the whole path. Trust when your emotions are still shifting. Trust when circumstances have not immediately changed. This is not the hour for panic, nor is it the hour to let fear guide your decisions. This is the hour to praise, not because everything is perfect, but because I am still Lord over all things. Your praise while you are still waiting will become a sign that you trust me more than what your eyes can see. Hear me, your miracle is not merely some distant thing quietly trying to find its way to you. It has already been set in motion within my holy order. Movements have begun in places you cannot yet reach. Hearts are being prepared by me. Doors are being opened by me. Provisions are being arranged by me. And delays are being loosened. My spoken word is moving through your life like light passing through the night, breaking the chains of lack, fear, debt, and delay. What once held your family in a weary cycle will not have the authority to rule you forever. So stand still in peace and see me act. Standing still does not mean giving up. It means placing your heart in the certainty that I have not left this road. Let worship replace anxiety. Let gratitude replace complaint. Let faith lift you out of the place where you have been weighed down for too long. What belongs to you according to my good purpose will not be lost. What I have prepared will come at the right time, in the right way, carrying the peace that testifies it is from me. You are still here because I have kept you. You can still stand because I have upheld you. And from here, you will move forward, not with panic, but with faith that my hand is opening the way before you. My beloved child, rest your heart and listen. I have commanded my messengers to pass through the place where you are, not merely to bring a small sign of support, but to open a wide season of restoration over your life. The places that were once broken will be touched by me. The connections that were once fractured will be set back into the order of grace. The promises that seemed buried by time will be called back by me in their proper season. Unexpected calls. Doors you thought were closed. Approvals you once waited for until you were exhausted will come like good rain upon land that has long been dry. I have seen the parts of your life that have quietly been depleted. I have seen your finances stretched thin, your body weary, your family carrying wounds not easily spoken aloud. But what I begin in the hidden place will not remain hidden forever. There will come a time when what I have quietly arranged is revealed in the light. People will see the change in you and will not be able to explain it by your strength alone, because it will not be the work of man. It will be the mark of my hand upon your life. My spirit is moving over you right now. The stirring in your heart is not imagination. The prompting that makes you want to rise, to believe one more time, to wipe your tears and keep walking is not a passing emotion. It is preparation from heaven. I am rebuilding the places in you that were torn down. I am strengthening the foundations that were wounded. I am lifting you up in the very place where others once thought you would be buried, the place they thought was your ending. I am turning into the beginning point of my glory. Do not think I have led you this far only for you to stop in emptiness. I did not carry you through so many dark nights only to abandon you at dawn. I did not allow you to pass through silent battles only for you to return empty-handed. I will fill your heart with peace, your hands with provision, and your life with living evidence of my faithfulness. And when I fill, I do not fill only enough. I fill until your life becomes a stream of comfort for others. There are things I am about to do that will exceed the understanding of those around you. They will wonder why you are still standing after everything. They will not understand how you walked out of the place that once wounded you. But remember this, I do not need their permission to bless you. I do not need their agreement to open a door for you. Your blessing is not written by human hands, nor decided by the judgment of the crowd. I myself have written your portion according to my holy will. And what I have appointed, no one has the right to cancel. I have already appointed the time. I have prepared the way. I have placed provision in places you have not yet seen. There are people I will stir. There are opportunities I will bring. There are delays I will turn into stepping stones. There are rejections I will use to move you toward a better door. No hand can erase what I have written over your life. No scheme can defeat what I have spoken in the light. The enemy knows something is drawing near. So, he tries to distract you. He wants you weary before the harvest arrives. He wants you doubting right before the door opens. He wants you looking at the old wound more than at the new promise. But my child, you are stronger than those lies. You are still chosen by me. You are still kept by me. You still belong to me. My anointing upon you is not cancelled because you once cried. My calling upon your life does not disappear because you once grew tired. Speak by faith, not by fear. God is with you. Let that word rise in your heart like a banner on the battlefield. When worry says you do not have enough strength, remember that I am your strength. When the past says you will fail again, remember that I am the one who makes all things new. When people say everything is over, remember that I still have the authority to continue writing your story with mercy and power. I am placing my glory upon you, not so you may become proud, but so your life may become a witness. When others thought you had been removed, I was quietly preparing you. When they thought you were delayed because you had been forgotten, I whispered in the hidden place, just wait and see. That delay was never the final point. It was the furnace. It was the place where I deepened the roots of your faith. It was the place where I purified motives, healed your heart, and prepared you to receive something greater without losing your soul. Now you will understand why you had to pass through seasons of waiting. Not because I was against you, but because I was preparing you. Not because I wanted to hurt you, but because I was building endurance, wisdom, and humility within you. There are blessings that, if they came too soon, would overwhelm you. But when I allow time to complete its work, you will step into the new season with a steadier heart. I saw when you gave while you yourself were in need. I saw when you kept praying even while tears fell. I saw when you chose to trust me, though there was no outward sign. I saw when you did what was right without anyone praising you. I saw when you kept your heart pure, even though you had reasons to become bitter. And because I saw, I will also answer. This blessing will not only be something private within your heart, I will reveal it publicly in my timing. Not so you may boast, but so my name may be lifted high. People will see that I am the God of restoration. They will see that I do not forget those who are quietly faithful. They will see that tears sown in faith are never wasted before me. So stand firm. Do not retreat right before I open the door. Do not let go of the promise just because the final battle feels fierce. Do not let distraction steal what I am placing into your hands. I am drawing near to you with restoration, provision, healing, and support. What I began in silence, I will complete in the light, and you will know that I am the faithful God, the one who never leads you through the wilderness without preparing a promised land for you.